second, guys. I'm going to share a quick slide deck. I'm going to move around that. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, bear with us, guys. We're just making sure this slide deck will move. Next week marks the 1-year anniversary of the most destructive fire in Colorado history. Last year, I deployed to the Marshall Fire up in Louisville, Colorado. And my job was pretty simple when I went out to the fire. It was to deliver hot meals and beverages to the firefighters working on the front line. I remember driving down empty streets through neighborhoods and seeing the shells of cars that had been burned. I saw Christmas lights and decorations that had been melted and ash pits where homes used to stand. I remember thinking to myself, this is such a bizarre scene, this kind of destruction amidst blankets of snow out there. And it reminded me that fire doesn't really have a season anymore. It's something we deal with year long. And it's no longer off in the woods, it's at our front doorsteps. So today, I'm going to share with you some of the stories that I've learned over the last 10 years and hopefully make you a little bit more Firewise with it. My journey doing disaster response operations started about a decade ago. And it started when I was running an adventure race on the backside of Pikes Peak. This is when the Waldo Canyon fire happened. And I got evacuated off the course. They brought me back down the mountain. And I watched over the next couple of days as fire trucks rolled into Colorado Springs. I thought to myself, I want to do something. I want to figure out some way to volunteer and help protect against this in the future. So I found Team Rubicon, the organization, the shirt that I'm wearing today. And over the next decade, I went through a lot of these shirts. This is the one that I wore up to the Marshall Fire, and you can tell it's got some holes in it. It's a little banged up. And I've probably gone through 20 or 30 of these over the last decade. Some of them have been before a fire has started, doing mitigation work. Other times it's going out there and serving during the fire, or maybe in the wake of it in the burn scar. But what I've learned over the last decade are a couple of key things. First is, it's getting warmer out there. The climate's changing, the temperatures are getting hotter. We're in the midst of a 1,200-year drought right now. This is a mega drought across the western United States. And every year, the snowpack that we have up in the mountains, it gets a little bit less, it melts a little bit faster out there. And you can see what the drought looks like up there on the slide. What this combines with is people moving out of city centers, going into wildland urban interface areas, building houses there where forests used to stand. And this increases the risk and the likelihood of a fire taking a home. For thousands of years across our country, we've had wildfires. And up until about the last 100 years, they burned, they extinguished themselves naturally, and they created healthy forests and healthy ecosystems out there. What we've done, though, over these last 100 years is we've taken the approach to put out fires as soon as they start. What this has led to is forests which are overgrown. They have too much debris out there. So when a fire happens, there's more fuel sources, so the blaze is more severe, and it burns faster and hotter than ever before. The way we fight fires has also changed, really over the last decade. And you think once upon a time, we fought fire by digging a line in a landscape, pushing back against an impenetrable wall of flames that was coming at you. But we've taken on a more nuanced approach over the last decade. Now, firefighters, they look at neighborhoods, and they even look at individual houses, and they see where has mitigation work happened, where is defensible space. And those neighborhoods, those homes which are defended against fire, that's where we place our efforts, because these are the areas which are most likely to be protected in the event of a fire happening. More times than not, it's not the actual blaze that catches your home on fire. Sometimes it's the radiant heat that ignites a home from within. Other times, it's the embers that spread the fire over a wide area. This is what happened in 2020 during the East Troublesome Fire up in Grant County, Colorado. Embers floated over the Continental Divide. Guys, they went over a mountain range, over tundra, to land on the other side and spark a new fire that threatened Estes Park. Now, imagine that those embers, it's not a couple, it's thousands of embers. And they're not raining down on a forest remote to you. They're coming down on your house, and they're looking for any piece of debris in a gutter. They're looking for any open hole in a vent so they can travel down into your attic space and ignite the fire from within your home. This is a daunting concept, but there's something that we can do about it, and it's pretty simple. This is what a well-defended home looks like. And what you can do is start with your home and work outward. Start by plugging up those vents, and then look around the perimeter, the base of your home, clear out the fuel sources from there, and then work outward from your house by thinning bushes and making sure the canopies of trees don't touch each other so that you have a more defended space. And if you do this right, you can do it in a way that protects and retains the natural beauty of the landscape that you love. So what I'd ask all of you is that as you go home today and you drive through your neighborhood, take a look and see, is there debris piles? Is there overgrowth there? Stuff that fire would catch hold of. And then as you get to your home, take account of it and see if your house is protected. And if it's not, start there. Protect your own home, because it may be the thing that protects your neighbors. And when you're ready for it and you want to do more and you want to volunteer in your community, I've got a gray shirt with your name on it. Thank you.
All right.